Hi, let's take a look at Exceptional X-Men issue 5, written by Ewing, drawn by Carmen Carnero, and colored by Nolan Woodard. Full spoilers ahead, so you're forewarned. This title just gets better and better with each issue. There is a lot of story packed into this, so let's get going. First off, we get a bit of how Kate went from her pirate uniform to her Shadow Cat ninja version, and some glimpses of how her PTSD came about with the killing of Orchis goons, and perhaps more. Hi, Future Tyler here. I am not quite sure if it is only PTSD. When Dugan started writing Marauders, Kate was portrayed as more violent than before. She maimed Russian goons very early on in the run, and it was never really explained why. So, even picking this up and working it into her run is actually very much appreciated. She did a number on all the ninjas in the flashback scenes as well, and it was implied that she went after Junwei, Dr. Barrington, and Fei Long. There might be a problem with placing these implied events though, but I will park them aside for now until we get some clarity. There's also the advice from Yukio, with Yukio obliquely referencing events that happened during Park's Storm series. Not only that, there was a reference all the way back to Wolverine and Kitty mini-series. I'm always happy when ex-writers do their homework and work the character's history into the story, be it something as recent as Krakoa or as far back as during Claremont's era. It establishes a trust for me that Ewing knows these beloved characters, and I know that they are in good hands. Anyway, as I was saying, Yukio reminding Kate that she has a choice at every turn, that she's not stuck unless she chooses to be, is something that informs her current actions. Right. And all these makes her decision to not turn these baby mutants into Xavier's X-Men even more understandable. She is looking at where her own decisions and choices had led her, and is determined to not let the same thing happen to them. Also, Emma is all about the kids. Like, Ewing does not even have to spell everything out. That 2 panels is more than enough. She basically distilled Emma's essence down into that 2 panels. Regardless of what I said before about Emma's invading Kate's privacy, this issue proves that Ewing is the right person to steer the boat of these two characters. Agreed. The meat of the story in this issue, though, is with Thao. We learned more about her, her motivations, and her family. No one is perfect, but everything we do should be moving us towards being better, or at the very least, correcting what we recognize as a shortfall, either through introspection or through friends who ain't afraid to be honest with us. And that is where Trista and Alex comes in. I like that they call Thao out for what she did. I kind of empathize with Tao, given that she's a hothead and makes snap this judgment, especially when a perceived line between right and wrong is crossed. I used to do that and would like to think I'm more mature now and do not do that anymore. But she did that twice in this issue. Once when she learns that Kate had killed before, and I love both Emma and Bobby stood up for Kate when Thao was going off on her, and also when she confronted Ellie's classmates. Yeah, I mean, she externalized her own insecurities and assumed what Ellie, her younger cousin, wanted. That is to be not invisible. But in Ellie's case, she kind of wanted the opposite. So one thing I'm not quite used to is the fourth wall breaking. But, like I said in the review for last issue, it is kind of less jarring now. Yeah, I mean, especially when it happens sort of abruptly, though I'm not sure how any fourth wall breaking could be not abrupt. So, the last bit about DNA collection, I'm already very wary about things like that in the real world. It is going to be nefarious in fiction. On the art front, everything that worked in previous issues continue to work here. In addition, this is the first issue where I find the action scenes to be well drawn. That double page splash of Kate versus the ninjas is actually quite fun. Agree. And the gym workout between Kate and Tao is pretty well drawn too. And as per usual, expressions are great. We have Professor X is a jerk homage. The second one this month, actually. But this one makes, I think, a bit more sense than the other one. Plus, given Kate is starring in this book, there's somewhat of a full circle. Um, and, this issue being a focus on Tao, Carnero drew a great range of expressions, facial expressions for her. Not only that, we get wonderful body language as well. I mean, just look at this panel of like Emma and Kate. I feel so much for them because of what they both lost. And this one panel sells it. And the two panels of Emma that we mentioned earlier would not have worked without Carnero's art. There's also a panel of Tao's dad on the phone, and he shushed her with a finger when she interrupted him, which is just wonderful amidst the chaos of like the Tran household. And as per usual, Carnero gave us a great crowd scene. This time at Ali's school, with all the sixth graders in the backgrounds, across two different, two pages. And is it me, or are the backgrounds a lot more detailed in this issue? Like from the mess in Tao's home, to the street scenes of Chicago, to the textile shop in Kyoto. So much tiny details were packed into them. I think so as well. So I was going to give this a 4 out of 5 initially, but after our discussion, I'm going to bump this up to a 4.25. Great character work on Kate, Emma, and Thao, and even Trista's Alex and Bobby had some, good moments. Agreed. So this is a must buy. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons below. Please share this with your friends and leave us a comment. Thanks, and Tyler out.